Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Do I normally film intros? No, I really don't. But we're trying something new, so here we are. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I'm able to paint straight lines using nail polish because a small handful of people on Instagram have asked me how I'm able to do it. I don't think that there's any specific tricks to it. It's just what I've learned in the process of doing nail art like a psychopath every day for the past year. Anyway, I'm going to use this cute little nail art to help explain how to paint straight lines. What better than a rainbow across your nail? I don't know. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I did that, then probably just keep this video open. Don't close it, And if you like it, I don't know, subscribe, comment, do all those things. And if you don't like it, maybe comment anyway and give me a critique. Let me know what I can do better. So yeah, continue watching if you want to continue watching. Alright, so to start, I'm taking my first color and putting a dot onto a palette. Here it's just a piece of plastic. And then I'm going to take acetone and put it on the side. And before even dipping my brush into the nail polish, I'll dip into the acetone. And when you first dip into nail polish, you get this kind of ball at the tip, and we don't want that. So I just kind of drag it out, and then it comes much thinner onto the brush. And now all of a sudden you're able to create much thinner lines than you otherwise would have been able to if you hadn't dragged it out. And every now and then I'll dip back into the acetone just to make sure that the nail polish isn't getting too thick and too dry. The issue with that being once the nail polish you're working with becomes sticky or stretchy, it can accidentally drag across your nail where you really don't want it. And if you're toward the end of a nail art piece, it can be so frustrating. So I really recommend being patient, dipping back into the acetone every now and then just to make sure your nail polish doesn't get too thick. And if it does become super thick, just put a new dot down. What are you saving your nail polish for? Let me answer that for you. This. Ding, ding, ding. This is what your nail polish is for. So don't feel bad about putting an extra dot down. Don't try and save a sticky nail polish dot. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. If you want it to look good, it's not worth it. Anyway, we're coming towards the end. I've done I don't know how many stripes. And this video is obviously not about proper placement on your nails because I started too far left. So it's a little bit too far over. I think I probably should have started from the inside going outward, but you learn as you do it. So you've learned with me. You learned after me. You learned because of me. You're welcome. Alright, so now that the wonky rainbow is finished, although I will admit the lines are quite thin, toot toot on my own horn for that, we're going to add a kawaii cute little cloud at the bottom. And personally, I like to start with the outline first because later on when I fill it in, I can cover up any thickness that might have accidentally occurred, especially when you have curved lines, because if you don't change the angle of your brush as you're painting the curve, sometimes you can accidentally make the line a little bit too thick. And so I'm just being prepared for that ahead of time by doing the outline first. Which, yeah, you can see it's a little messy, but just wait until we fill it in. Here we go, with white, with a thicker brush, because I'm not going to waste my life trying to fill this in with a 5-hair strand brush, whatever the F it is. And with this white part, I am also mixing acetone with this too, because, I don't know, I feel like it gets too thick sometimes, and I don't want my nail polish to kind of be lumpy by the end, so I'm just thinning it out. Acetone is nail polish thinner, innit? And if you find that this makes it too transparent, then just build it up with more. Use more acetone, use more nail polish, and you can build up that opacity that you're looking for, And then you're just gonna have a smoother end result. So let's just speed that up because I took my sweet time with this apparently. And we're filling, and we're filling, and we're showing our obsessive perfectionist issues. Alright, finally we're done. Kind of. We're just gonna clean up the edges. And in my that is personal opinion, I think everybody should have a cleanup brush for nail art, for just painting your nails in general, just some thin sort of flat brush that you can dip into acetone and clean up around your cuticles. It's necessary. It's great and it's useful and you should have one. And now we are going to use a dotting tool, which I am obsessed with. I love them. I have them in 15 different sizes, and you can pick them up at any arts and crafts store. They're not expensive. and they're just super useful. So yeah, for things like eyes, like we have just done here. Now I'm gonna go back to my thin brush and make a little itty bitty mouth for this cloud because he's happy. He's a happy cloud. And now I'm going to add a little bit more white, just a tiny little dot for a reflection in its eyes, just because it's cute. And I don't have a dotting tool small enough for this, so I'm going to use my tiny nail art brush and just hope for the best. Here we go. You barely want to touch it, like barely touch it. And it's super important that you use fresh nail polish for this. This is one of those instances where if you have sticky nail polish, you're like 1,000% going to drag it across your nail and ruin your life. Or just your nails, I guess, if you're not being dramatic. Okay, super important, before your final top coat, use a water-based or no smudge top coat before you go in. Otherwise, you run the risk of dragging your nail art, and that's just infuriating as well. And then just let it dry for like 10 minutes. Be patient. Because as the late great Yoda once said, rushed nail art, failure is. Or he didn't, and I'm just making it up, but fine, listen to me, be patient.